Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's interview. I am Candace Paul, founder of Aknowingspirit LLC, a publishing company that is much more than publishing. We build communities online and help creatives with uplifting messages share their vision with the world. I had the opportunity to speak with actress and author Reid about her latest film, Finding You. The movie set in Ireland is about believing in yourself, having the courage to forgive, and looking deeper than the surface. Perfect. Well, my name is Candace Paul, and I'm with Aknowingspirit LLC. We are a publishing company, but we also talk about art and film and all of that. So I am so glad to be speaking with you today, Rose.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Well, first of all, I love the film. I thought it was great. We talk a lot about forgiveness on our platforms, and I saw that there were a lot of themes with that. So, explain to me how forgiveness and also not judging a book by its cover has kind of resonated in your own life.
Oh my gosh, you pegged on the exact two that I would have picked out as the two that really resonated most to me. As someone who does or who needs a lot of forgiveness, maybe doesn't deserve it, but needs a lot of forgiveness. I think it's such an important theme, and I love the story between Mrs. Sweeney and her sister Fiona Doyle. I think it's so beautiful and so necessary. And then the theme of not judging a book by its cover and things aren't always as they seem, so valuable, because the second Finley touches down, she starts she sees Beckett on the cover with all of these different girls and everything, and it's kind of confusing, but she's willing to dig deeper and she's willing to say, okay, what's really going on here? And the same thing with Mrs. Sweeney. People are telling her all of these nasty things about Mrs. Sweeney, and she's like, I don't buy it. There's something deeper here. And I think that's so important for all of us to take away, and to really stop and say, wait, let's look a little closer here, and not just go with what everyone else is saying, or to have these preconceived notions. And I think it's so valuable, and it's something that I really took away from my journey there.
Absolutely. And I love the scene. I loved Ireland. How long was production?
It was I think 2.5 or 3 months. So it was a decent time, and we got to spend so much time touring around and jumping from castle to castle and literally jumping off piers. It was so much fun.
That's so cool. And so I have a little bit of I saw that you also write scripts too, which is awesome. So what advice would you give creatives, people who are trying to get into the movie business? They write their own work, they want to act. What advice would you give them?
I would just tell them, that it takes so much work. And if you can put it in, you can get there. Absolutely. Anything you're willing to work for, you can get there. And it's all about your own determination. It's all about, really believing in yourself and putting the work in to get there. And hopefully, eventually, I'm able to write my own scripts. That's what I'm currently working towards, because I do love storytelling so much. And acting is just one aspect of that. So I hope to continue that kind of area of storytelling eventually.
I love it. And one last thing, I noticed that you played the violin. Did you have to learn that for the film?
I did, and that was really tricky, really tricky. And it was so terrifying to stand up there in front of true Irish fiddlers and buskers who could really play the violin and really play the fiddle. And I had to be like, oh yeah, just pretend like I really know what I'm doing, because I did learn the violin, and we spent countless hours working on these songs, but those were the only songs I could play. So if they were like, oh, play us something else, I would have been like, ha ha, no. So it was so humbling. I have so much respect for the people who can really play this instrument proficiently, but so much fun. I feel very accomplished having learned the very few songs that I did learn.
Thank you so much, Rose. Like, this was a wonderful interview, and you were great.
Of course. Thank you so much, Candace.
Thank you.